The problem with the best chocolate chip cookie is that it exists everywhere, but they're not vegan. So the question is how to make the best easy vegan chocolate chip cookies. I'm about to show you how to do it and why you should trust me. I tend to take this vegan chocolate chip cookie thing fairly seriously. First, let's preheat our oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 Celsius. This is key for that perfect bake later. So here's where the sorcery starts. 1/2 cup of softened vegan butter and 1 cup of brown sugar. Beat them together until light and creamy. This takes roughly about 1 to 2 minutes. And trust, this step is where the cookies get their irresistible chewy texture. I almost never remember to take my butter out of the fridge and get it to room temperature, but you can soften vegan butter in the microwave really easily. You know that plate in the microwave? Just put the butter on the edge and microwave for about 2 to 3 seconds at a time until the butter softens. Now we're adding 1/4 cup of non-dairy milk plus 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I also forgot to add in my salt, baking powder, and baking soda, so I mixed, but I'm just gonna toss it in and mix again here. Adding your leavening agents this early in a baking recipe is kind of unusual. Since there's no acid or heat in here to cause a reaction, it's okay. This method will help distribute the powders more evenly. The texture here at this point should sort of look like buttercream. You know, fluffy, airy, the perfect texture to move forward. And as long as you preheated your oven, we're already halfway there. Did I preheat my oven? I have this thing in my mind that I do where I constantly obsess over something that I'm pretty sure I did, but I'll go back and check anyway, you know, just to make sure it's done. It's time to bring it all together. Add 2 cups of all-purpose flour to the bowl using a large enough bowl, unless you're like me and you like to live on the edge a little. Use a spatula to mix until the dough is just about combined. It should be soft and pliable. The ultimate vegan chocolate chip cookie comes down to the chocolate. This is literally the star of the show. It's the ham and hamburger, the hot in the dog, the French in the toast. Into the bowl with 1 cup of chocolate chips. I like to use semi-sweet, but dark chocolate works wonders here too. Fold them in gently, again, being careful not to overmix here. Here's a pro tip. Before scooping, lower your oven temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This ensures an even, fluffy, crispy exterior without like over browning, yet an unbelievably soft interior. Scoop out 12 cookies and place them evenly spaced. If you want your cookies to be even more indulging, do this next step. I always love pressing a few more chocolate chips onto the top. It also helps them look pretty cool. Now bake these beauties, and for the slightly underdone crowd, you're going for a 10 to 12 minutes. But the best results, in my opinion, land at the 13 to 16 minutes mark. And the hardest part of it all, letting them rest after for about 15 to 20 minutes. But this step is important because this sets the cookie and gives them that just immaculate texture. I could also eat a cookie right out of the oven. Patience is a virtue, especially when it comes to these cookies, although they don't take very long at all. Look at this. These cookies are the best vegan chocolate chip cookies because they check all the boxes, plus more. No egg, no dairy, no refrigerating, and no weird ingredients. Crispy edges, melty chocolate, that perfect soft center, and just classic taste. And some very honorable mentions, if I might add, the fact that it's all pantry staples. You could also use the 1-to-1 gluten-free flour blend to make these cookies. Lastly, nobody really mentions this, but if you're using a dark tray, and if you're using like all brown sugar, similar to what I'm doing, the very base of the cookie gets like this almost butterscotch caramelly flavor to it, which is just, oh, go bake these cookies. And if you do, rate the cookies on my website. Leave a review. Anyone else you feed them to, ask them to go on the website and leave a review. We need everyone to know about these cookies. Listen, always in hard times when I was growing up, a chocolate chip cookie was one of the most perfect things to just put me in that happy space. It ultimately just made everything better. This full recipe is linked in the description, or you can head straight on over to my website, makeitdairyfree.com, and search easy vegan chocolate chip cookie. Actually put an S on there, cookies, not just cookie. You don't want one, you're gonna want the whole batch. Thank you so much for baking with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and you know what? I always forget that notification bell. Hit that thing for more of me and some delicious vegan recipes. Till next time, believe in good. Peace.